Welcome to Jim Rohn's Challenge to Succeed. This classic, timeless message is about to lead you on a life-changing journey. It is vintage Jim Rohn, his philosophy on the power of personal development, and the principles needed for attaining wealth and happiness. You now have the same proven methods and techniques for achieving personal and professional success that have inspired millions of people all over the world. So sit back and discover the secrets for successful living from the most profound communicator of our time, Jim Rohn.
It is a challenge to succeed. If it were not, I'm sure more people would be successful. But for every person who is enjoying the fruit from the tree of success, 1,000 are examining the roots. They're trying to figure it all out. They're mystified and perplexed by what seems to be some strange, complex, and elusive secret that must be found if ever success is to be enjoyed. While most people spend most of their lives struggling to earn a living, a much smaller number seem to have everything going their way. Instead of just earning a living, the smaller group is busily engaged in designing and enjoying a fortune. Everything just seems to work out for them, while the much larger group sits in awe at how life can be so unfair, complicated, and unjust. I'm a nice person, the man says to himself. How come this other guy is happy and prosperous, and I'm always struggling? He asks himself, I'm a good husband, a good father, and a good worker. How come nothing seems to work out for me? Life just isn't fair. I'm even smarter and willing to work harder than some of these other people who just seem to have everything going their way, he says, as he slumps into the sofa to watch another evening of television. But you see, you've got to be more than a good person and a good worker. You've got to become a good planner and a good dreamer. You've got to see the future finished in advance. You've got to put in the long hours and put up with the setbacks and the disappointments. You've got to learn to enjoy the process of disciplines and of putting yourself through the paces of doing the uncomfortable until it becomes comfortable. You've got to be prepared and willing to attack the challenges if you want the success, because challenges are part of success. Now, that may sound like a full menu of activities, but let me assure you that the process of going from average to fortune isn't really all that difficult. Thinking about it is the difficult part. Anticipating all the effort and the changes and the disciplines is far worse in the mind than in reality. I can promise you that the challenges you'll meet on the road to success are far less difficult to deal with than the struggles and the disappointments that come from being average. Confronting and overcoming challenges is an exhilarating experience. It does something to feed the soul and the mind. It makes you more than you were before. It strengthens the mental muscles and enables you to become better prepared for the next challenge. Now let's assume that you are one of those who is willing to tackle the challenges, that you really do want to know about the process for going from average to fortune, and that you're determined to make the journey so that you can experience the rewards. What do you do? Where do you start? What are the changes you have to make and the disciplines you'll have to master? These are the questions I often hear from those who want to do well, but aren't. And it is in response to the many inquiries I receive from those who want to enjoy the good life that I have taken the time to prepare this library of ideas and insights that we now call the Challenge to Succeed. Actually, I didn't really prepare this program that you're about to listen to. It evolved. It is a volume of the very best concepts that I've managed to assemble over the years as I've traveled the world teaching ideas that count to people who care. It isn't a complex, mystical technique that will require you to undergo some strange form of mental transformation. It is merely a set of basic principles that will get you started on a journey that can be life-changing. I've learned over the years that about a half dozen things makes about 80% of the difference in how your life turns out. And this program will address those simple but necessary basics that will start for you what I like to call the miracle process. All you've got to do is listen and absorb the ideas that I'll share with you. Then once you've got the ideas, your new appetite for success and your new confidence in yourself will start you on that unique journey. It's a journey that will lead you along paths that you've always wanted to travel but could never find, amid the maze of highways filled to capacity by those who are hopelessly lost and confused. The hours that we'll spend together examining these special insights will start a whole new process for you. And if you will start applying the ideas we'll share, I can promise you that your life will never be the same again. You don't ever have to remain how and what you are after today, except by your own choice. The seeds of high achievement are about to be placed in the soil of your mind. Then, with the magic of your own activity, the practice of these basic ideas will start the growing process. Soon you'll enjoy the full harvest of rewards that comes from applying these simple basics. The challenges to success will go into full retreat as you begin to see just how simple success really is, and you'll be fascinated by the results you'll soon begin to enjoy. I want to congratulate you for making this investment in yourself. We live in an age when so many tend to spend more money on the outside of their head than they do on the inside. That usually leads to tragic consequences, with our lives slipping by without any real or lasting progress being made. To have more, we must first become more. And to become more, we must begin the process of working harder on ourselves than we do anything else. Here's one of the more valuable discoveries I've made on the subject of going from average to fortune. The achievement of success is found not just in the gathering of new knowledge, the acquisition of new skills, or in the accumulation of new experiences. It is also in the discovery of new emotions. It's how we feel about what we know that makes the biggest difference in how our lives turn out. How we feel about the chances we have and the choices we have determines the intensity of our effort, whether we try or don't try, join or don't join, believe or don't believe. So as you listen to the information in the Challenge to Succeed seminar, I'd like for you to discover some strong feelings about your life and about what you want to do with that life. You probably have much of the knowledge and a lot of the experience and perhaps most of the skills that it takes to become successful. What you may be lacking in are the strong feelings about what you want and what you want to do. You may be one of those who have become so involved in the process of earning a living that you've forgotten about the choices and the chances you have for designing your own life. So let the message that follows touch you. Let it help you discover the feelings that will make you take a second look at your life and where you're headed. After all, you've only got one life, at least on this planet, so why not make it an adventure in achievement? Why not discover what all you can do and what all you can have? Why not discover how many others you can help, and in the process, how that will help you? Now let's get started on a journey of ideas and insights that might very well be life-changing for you. Let's take a close look at the Challenge to Succeed and at what that might mean to your better future.
Jim Rohn's Challenge to Succeed. This classic, timeless message is about to lead you on a life-changing journey. It is vintage Jim Rohn, his philosophy on the power of personal development, and the principles needed for attaining wealth and happiness. You now have the same proven methods and techniques for achieving personal and professional success that have inspired millions of people all over the world. So sit back and discover the secrets for successful living from the most profound communicator of our time, Jim Rohn.